Yo, hey guys, it's your girl Prynlee the Diva, pussy wet like blood clot Aquafina. So today I'm really excited. This is gonna be my first reaction video. So today I'm gonna be reacting to my Footasylum, the next big rapper, because I was on there. So I'm gonna like show you guys my audition tape, and yeah, I just want you guys to like know what happened behind the scenes, know my thought process, and yeah, so I'm really excited. So we're about to go watch it now, and do a reaction video.
No. Show them. All right, guys. I quit my day job yet. All right, cool. But yeah, we're down to the last contendee.
Oh my gosh, before like we actually get started, do you know what is so funny, right? So imagine when like we got there, obviously there was like I got there like early, there was so many artists, right? And we was all like in one dressing room together. So when they started saying like the names and who they're gonna like bring on and stuff, I found that so fucking funny. But I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go on. I was like, I don't want to go first. Like, I despise going first. So when they started like first kind of like calling out their names, I was like, let me go to the bathroom. Let me just, just in case, you need to make sure you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So I was like, let me just sort myself out. But I was like, in the same breath, I was kind of like, I hope they don't pick me, but I hope I'm not here. But I remember they had like some backup people, so they had people that might not necessarily like, for example, like perform, but just in case there was like people that went missing or nobody showed up or etc etc. So I remember like I wouldn't say I was hiding, but I was kind of like out of sight because I was like, oh, I don't want them to cool me down, because I felt like they was doing it like on the spot. I don't know how, like obviously they was doing it because I'm not production at the end of the day. But I felt like it was on the spot, so I was like, oh, I don't want them to see me and be like, oh yeah, you next. So it's so funny that I remember I was like, no, I need to make myself visible because it's been like a while. So they were like, oh yeah, you're gonna be last. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be last. And I was like, I think that's even more pressure. Like I thought maybe like in the middle or something. But I feel like it was good I went last. But yeah, I remember me and the guy before, Scotty, shout out Scotty, Scotty was like, oh, like, do you want to go in front of me? And I was like, yeah, I don't mind. But then they were like, no, you're going to go last. Like, you're going to finish this off with a bang. And a bang, indeed, I did. So let's keep watching it. Also, another thing, we didn't know we knew who like the main judges was, but we didn't know who the rapper was. So I never knew it was Chip, and yeah, no, I love Chip.
Contendee. That's a word. Contendee. All right, let's go. It is a word.
Yo, Prynlee the Diva. Hey,
Megan Thee Stallion.
blood clot Aquafina. What you guys telling me?
Stallion.
Wet like blood clot Aquafina.
Everybody's reaction, you know what's so funny? When you do these things, I don't know if other like artists and performers can relate to me, yeah? But it's like, I know what happened when I was there, innit? But like, I didn't see the reactions in unison like this. It was Chip that clocked it first. He said, what, Aquafina? Yeah. Toto, wet like blood clot Aquafina. Yeah. But like, look at their faces. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. That's how you make an entrance. Yeah. No.
What time? So you guys ready for me?
What's your name, man?
Prynlee the Diva.
Prynlee the Diva.
Yeah.
And you said you're what?
Pussy wet like blood clot Aquafina.
Is that your catchphrase?
Oh my God. Yeah. Trademarked.
Oh my God.
Well, Aquafina.
Hey.
What artist would you say you're like?
Like Prynlee the Diva, pussy wet like blood clot Aquafina. Just
Do
be in it.
you need any like dancers in her?
But you might get wet up though, so I don't know.
I can't believe I said that. Hey, I'm screaming. Look how Ray coming in like this. Don't kill me. No, because I'm not like, when he said prove it, I was like, oh, you got me there. You got me. So I was kind of like, I felt like I don't know, I feel like they've even cut it short, but I feel like my interaction with them lots, like, before I even started rapping, it was long. I was chatting to them lots for a hot minute.
You're already in though, you got the water colours. You're wearing aquamarine, it makes sense.
Yeah. No, Chip's face is killing me. I didn't even know he reacted to me this strong.
Take it away.
Okay.
Let's go.
I pick it.
Okay, also, I want to say this, yeah, before we actually get into my performance. So I kind of got shouted kind of late. So what happened was, well, I wouldn't say late. I don't know how long it was going on for, but one of the casting directors reached out to me and said, hey, you know, I've seen your stuff. I really like you to come on. So we had a couple phone calls. I did like my audition, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought like I was already on. Do you know what I mean? I thought we was just doing this to like fit a quota or something. And then he was like, yeah, like I'm gonna let you know like if you got through on Friday. So I was like, bear in mind, I think, say it was on a Friday, so they was like, they're gonna let me know on, like, say, cool, let's say they reached out to me on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, then they said on Friday they're gonna let me know if I've gone through, and then the shoot was on like a Monday or a Tuesday, so like, that's not a whole lot of time, but I'm like, oh, I've already had it. I didn't know I was doing the auditioning process, because I'm like, you reached out to me. But nonetheless, it's fine. That's how like quite a lot of things do go. But through our convos, I thought I already like was guaranteed, and I think I was, but there was still like a thought in my head that I wasn't. So with that being said, I don't like to stress myself. I'm gonna be real, I don't like to stress myself. So I'm like, I just want to do what makes sense for me either on the day or like maybe like the day of or the night before. So maybe I should like rehearse a bit more sometimes. But I was like, do you know what? I have so much different bars. And I didn't know, at this time I didn't know at all who the judge panel was, because they never said. So it's like, you know, sometimes you want to have bars that tailor and cater and fit to the occasion. So at first, like, even I think I had like a couple bars in my head from like maybe like different songs or whatever. But I still didn't have anything. I felt like stuck. So when I got there, and shout out to Ashley Tragic, he was like practicing and performing, and I was like, oh, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like when you're in that space and you see other people like take it serious, not to say I don't take it serious, I always take my craft serious, but when you just see other talented that you're familiar with, or even that you're not familiar with, and you just see so much talent filled in a room with you, you're just like, oh, let me put my thinking cap on. Do you know what I mean? So then I started trying to like, you know, because I was talking to so many people, I'm not gonna lie, it felt like a little networking event as well. But then I also didn't want to lose purpose of like, oh, I didn't come here necessarily to network with everybody. But I'm a very sociable person, so I'm gonna talk to every single person. Even if I don't like you, I'm gonna talk to you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I love everyone. I'm a child of God. So yeah, like when I saw like the other artists like rehearsing and practicing, I was like, okay, now's the time to start thinking and using your bars. So I was like, I'm gonna do like a little grime thing. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, maybe that will make sense, because I feel like how I come across, I feel like I have a very, I don't want to say American-y, but I do have like an American-y vibe to me, I guess. Like, I don't rap in an American accent, but like those are the beats I tend to like, or like hip hop, or do you know what I mean? That type of vibe. But don't get twisted, I love a real rap, but I was not doing real rap for this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The prize was to perform in Manchester. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do no like real rap or anything like that. I want to show personality. I want to be a vibe. But I was like, I want to show bars. So yeah, I was kind of like techie. So I had a couple things in my head, but I didn't know how I was gonna go with it. But that's why I chose this first. But yeah, we're gonna go.
You lot's ready, yeah? All the time. Bitch, I'm colder than the Eskimo. Frostbite in my veins, and my ex would know I had your man panting. Tell him work on his breath control. You'll think I was Drake the way I control her. I was hitting shots in my pink Motorola. I was making dough from ice, yeah. I funded my wigs with a cola. I funded my gun with a...
I did not realise I was laughing the whole time. Because why is PK and Specs laughing the whole entire time? These ones are trolls. Harry looks like he was kind of fucking with what I was saying, but one thing about being a performer, even though I can't necessarily tell you like I remember everything, because I don't necessarily remember everybody's expressions, I just remember it's not enough for me. And also another thing, you don't see everybody else's performances. I didn't see no one's performances, but however, beforehand I did hear there was one guy and he kind of messed up quite early and they just sent him off. And then I heard the guy before me, which was Scotty, and they loved him. So I was very like, okay, I need to be on my P's and Q's. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm clocking like their reaction isn't what I want right here, right now. So bear that in mind, yeah?
My gun with a trap, then I slap the prophets into rap. You ain't never seen a beauty in black, call me Mallory, no breaks, I'm here to attack. So who the fuck you chatting to? Fuck you and your pop down friend, lower your tone. Man, you talk on the phone, it's fought in the air, my pit bulls walk. Got a pink ski mask, but I don't ski, so I put MC back to 2016. How these dumb girls trying to violate me when I know that Fox has got rabies. I'm a shit mother like, yo, I don't care for these dusting babies. Me, I wrote back up for true, Miss Wilson. The way I offer these ladies, I get dark and sinister. Buying a sadist, the diva you need on your playlist, the prison end.
So this is a bad part. They was fucking with it a little bit. They was fucking with it. They was like, oh. And I stumbled on my words. I was pissed. But one thing about me, even if I stumble, I'ma keep going. Cause you can't, cool, nobody knows your bars, innit? So even though I stumbled on my words, you didn't know what I was gonna say next. That could have been a part of my routine. But this is where I'm like, okay, give them you. Like, not to say you wasn't rapping you, because of course I wrote them. Of course I'm rapping me. But I was like, that's not the energy and the vibe you're trying to exude right now. So this is where you're going to see a whole 360 turn. But I remember here, I was like, it's like, this is the moment she realized she fucked up. That's what it gave. So I was like, yeah, We're gonna up it up a notch.
Talking best on lie, you block her anus, pussy or batty fish. When I don't know why with this, and I don't trust my blood, so I went, I turned to a fucking crip. Baby, I'm all facts, fuck a fucking printer. My flow's too cold, they started calling me winter. Sheesh, I'm a ghetto Barbie doll.
And this is the part where you see everything change. And that's because in my head I said, nah, we're not done. Do you know what I mean? I can't end it like that. And also, obviously I don't, like, one thing about me, you keep rapping. I don't even care. There was no beat, obviously, it's a cappella. But, until either they stop you or the beat stops, nah. So that's why I was really, adamant of, nah, just keep going, Prynlee. Keep going. You got bars for days. I'm like, Chip, I can't run out of bars. Back.
You ain't seen this before. Tap that hoe once, I'll do it again. Call it on call. Give these girls bad no pause. I'm the gift that keeps giving no Santa Claus. Baby, this ain't no Netflix and chill. Had to turn in the pause.
Why is Specs laughing this hard? I didn't know he was laughing this hard. It's so loud. I did not even realize how loud it was. Oh my gosh. Fun fact, yeah, when I went over to the table, do you know what? I think I know why he was laughing. I went over to the table and I started doing this with my boobs. I was in their faces because I'm like, I'm going to show you a real diva experience. Yeah.
If you're a doy, you better buy me to yo. I like my money, double like Dutch. My Southwest ting, what's the line and cuts? See, I don't talk too much. The way I had a PK last night, he would have talked to you.
That's the part I knew I had it. Because you know what it is? Obviously, the bars was something else. So in that moment, I was like, oh, let me mention PK because PK's kind of feeling my thing. I feel like that's going to do something. So I just thought, let me just throw it back to David there. And they did what it needed to do. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I was already solidified, but I think this moment, stamp of approval. Sometimes you gotta take risks, especially if something, you gotta take a gamble on yourself sometimes, especially if things don't go the way you plan it to go. But I never, I'm not too hard on myself where I'm like, oh, you fucked up. It's more like, okay, redeem yourself because everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. But, and also I feel like with acapella, it's kind of easier to clean it up. It's not like I'm fully off beat or the beat is, nah. You're able to, do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm really proud of myself. I like the way that my experience in this has made me know how to adapt on the spot. But I feel like I've always been like that though. If I'm to fall, say if I stack or something, I'm gonna do a cartwheel and land in the splits. It's never gonna end the way you thought it was, babes.
Prynlee, I've got the maddest flows, how they hitting on the kids. I'm straight from the door, princess from birth. Now place me on the front, I got vibes like cartel, so he ain't coming back home. I might duck him like Dexter, now you calling me the owner. Another nigga can have you, I'ma dash you to my old dog. Wasn't playing Twister, but I had you all fold up. You're calling me a dog like you wasn't on no fools, bruv. Take it as it is, I'm just a cheeky ass bitch. Yeah, I'm not going home today.
I meant it. I'm not going home today. I'm going home with PK.
You're coming back with me.
Prynlee the diva.
Alright, something's genuinely wrong with you now.
So it's one thing living it, guys, but actually seeing it happen again, I can't lie. Oh my gosh, I love the judges. They were so funny.
Alright, cool. Alright, listen, that was definitely different. Was it good? Yes. Was it entertaining? Definitely.
Yes.
I think you're good enough to go into the next round, definitely. But my struggle is, who would I replace you with?
Individually, each one of them deserves to have their space. It was going to come down to the fine margins.
I feel like what you bring to the table is Megan Stallion-esque. you seem classy, but that tad of ratchetness.
Yo.
Like, je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Oh,
You
merci
know,
beaucoup.
and I feel like it'll really get like the young boys, like, you get it?
Yeah,
He said that. When he said, I didn't even know like what he did. I thought he meant like turn, like because he turned his arm. Nigga said rock hard.
Tired.
Honestly, this ain't for you. I think you're bigger than this.
I think you was like playing it cool.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Dave made this so much shorter than it actually like was. It was a long conversation. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we was there for like I'm so shocked that my performance is actually in the span of 10 minutes because I feel like we was there for like 20. Obviously, I didn't have like a watch on me, so I didn't know the exact time. But I remember they was struggling. They was like they all said, I'm going through. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't, oh, we're struggling whether she should go through or not. It was more so, who are they gonna kick off for me? And everybody had different like thoughts and process, and everybody was giving me my flowers individually. And you know one thing I was really like nervous about? I thought somebody was gonna mention like my mess ups, and they never did, and that let me know I did my job to make them forget. And you just gotta make sure the last thing you do is the most memorable. So yeah, I'm happy about that because I remember I was nervous. I was like, oh, are they gonna talk about how I messed up? But they didn't, and they knew I messed up. You can see it in their faces, but that's how good my performance was and my stage presence. I was like, you know what? I'm not even a person to stand. Like, and I think that was another thing that kind of like, what's the word? I feel like that added to like my little fumbles and stuff because I don't stand still and I love to move. I move, I'm kind of loud. Even in the studio, I'd be screaming, I'd be like, ah! So like, I'm very expressive. So I feel like when I said, let me just be me, that's when it started to work out for me. But yeah, it was a very long time. Even in this part, Specs. And I was shocked. I thought Specs would probably give me the hardest time out of all of them. And Specs was like, oh, I think you're bigger than this. And I was thinking, so what do you mean? And Specs was basically like, I see you on Britain's Got Talent. I see you on like bigger stages. I think you're bigger than this whole entire platform and the show. And I was shocked. I was like, wow. Like that's why I'm even shocked of how much he was laughing, because I didn't remember him laughing in the moment. I just remember not fumbling because people was talking and stuff, and I was just like, okay, block out all the noise, just try and maybe see their facial expressions to know when like you're doing good or if you're not. And yeah, he was like, and all of them agreed. They were like, yeah, you're bigger than this platform. You need to. And I felt very like, oh, like it's so nice and like refreshing when you've been doing this for a minute, because I've been doing this for nearly 3 years now, guys. And I feel like how I started off with a lot of love at first, and then it dipped to like an immense amount of hate, and it kind of makes you like second guess if you should be doing it. And then I decided to like take the leap of faith and just say, you know what, if people are not gonna fuck with me, at least not fuck with me for what I do. So the fact that they're telling me they see me like on superstar level beyond, PK was saying I need to be in America, like obviously, like you said, the Megan Stallion S, like they branded me, but they correctly branded me. So I'm not gonna lie, I really appreciated that. Like I was really happy. Like you're gonna see it
first, but once you just let yourself completely out of your bag, you just coming up to the table, yeah, PK needing the Aquafina, it's going mad. It doesn't matter if you go through, because things.
Oh yeah, this is the part I didn't like. When Chip said like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter if you go through because things are going to happen for you anyways. I knew that. Even when they were like, oh, like I remember Specs basically was trying to say, which didn't make sense to me. Like I like, not in the sense, oh, I shouldn't go through, but like, oh, I don't need to go through because like I'm better than everyone. I'm joking. They didn't say I'm better than everyone. They just said like how I am, things are going to happen for me. And I'm bigger than platform. But I was like, but I'm here now though. So they cut that out. I was like, I'm here now though. Like, I was like, I want one of them. Like, I was like, I needs that. I wants that. So I got to have that. I got to. But let me calm down. But yeah, literally, I was telling them, like, literally, I'm here now, though. Like, yeah, you can say I'm bigger than this platform, whatever, but I'm on this platform right now, though. So if I'm bigger than that, I deserve a seat, clearly. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Anyway.
If she's gonna go through, she has to replace the bashment artist. Does that make sense to you lot?
No.
So how's she gonna go through?
I wouldn't say that she replaces the bashment artist. What he said has actually been the most memorable. I will be at home making a cup of tea later with that melody still in my head. Scotty has already established that he's got what it takes for the next round, and
oh my gosh, you know what's so funny, yeah? I remembered like, cause one of the girls that was there, she came up, like, because she got eliminated and stuff. And she came up and she was saying, like, they're making people do, like, rock, paper, scissors to, like, get through to the next round and stuff. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm gonna like battle rap like the person, like that's their, like if I need to fight for a space. But then I saw Scotty and I saw this guy was freestyling. I said, yeah, we're not doing that no more. I said, yeah, abort mission.
I actually can't pinpoint some of your lines.
Cavity. Remember the cavity?
But I do remember you being at a performance level that I would personally bank on. So I'll be honest, guys, if you man are my brothers.
4.
Yeah?
4 go through.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they edited this smooth. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was longer than this. Because everybody was going around whether I should go through. All of them said yes, yeah. But they was all fighting on who should stay on. And, you know, some people was like, oh, you know, Rayso, the bashment artist, he should stay. Other one was like, nah. Then someone was like, nah, Shax is on this level and Scotty's on this level. So they was like deliberating and debating. And PK was like, nah, that's my woman. Like, he was like, if you man on my boys, she's going through. And it was so funny because, like, they already wanted me to go through anyways, but it was kind of like, they were saying, like, everybody that's here, like, they deserve the seat that they have. So, like, they don't feel like they can, like, kick somebody off. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, no. And it was so funny because the production was trying to rush them to make a decision. And they was all like, you know, we don't know, she needs to go through. And they're like, well, it's only 3. And it was so funny because do you know who actually, like, I wouldn't say shocked me the most, but Chip shocked me a lot. I didn't realize, like, how much he enjoyed my performance. Even my friend messaged me and called me and she was like, yo, hats off to you because Chip was vibing throughout your shit. And I was like, what was he? So watching it now and I'm seeing, but yeah. I'm like, wow, like, it means a lot to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm really happy. So yeah, let me get back in. Oh.
This one's for PK.
You see, you're my brother. We're taking
Yeah, okay, so basically this is the thing that they cut out, yeah. So basically, because obviously this is the production kind of, they didn't come in the shop, but basically production was saying it's only 3. So they're still deliberating on who needs to come off. And I think they were like, can we just send 4? And they were like, no. So they're still thinking about it. And then Chip was, they said, okay, if Chip wants there to be 4 to go through, 4 will go through. So Chip said, yeah. So this is like for PK. But it was really for, it was for the world. It was for all of yous. Yeah.
Guys, take a leaf out of her book for the next rounds because genuinely the confidence was extreme.
Well, listen, that was episode 1. If you want to see more, you know what to do.
Guys, your girl is in the semi-finals. I don't know how this stuff works, innit? But even hearing that, like, take a page out of her book, like, I'm not gonna lie, Chip was gassing me. Like, I feel like if you heard the praises I've got, you would be surprised my brain didn't just, like, inflate and go super duper big. But yeah, I was very happy with that. Yeah, I can't lie, it was so fun. So guys, you know, if you haven't already, go watch it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully you're gonna be doing more of this. I might probably, like, react to old things I've done because I've never reacted to it. But yeah, Prynlee the Diva.